tomorrow, one syllable at a time.
So the Lakado D is a different one. It will probably listed in there, but if you push it, it should show you the right one.
It says missing file. Don't request.
Oh, really?
Always request. Lachado D cannot be found.
That's weird because normally it will send it to you. All right, let's do this. All right, let's do this. Where's that? Where'd it go? Okay. I'm gonna send it to you.
Shivering, with teeth chattering. Crazy. But thank you.
It's all right. Just tell me the key.
6 o'clock.
Shabbat Sholom. Just saying it. Shabbat Shalom. Just take a deep breath. It is an exciting room, slightly warmer than outside. I don't know if the snow is going to come in, but this girl from Detroit thinks it's a little too cold in Miami. A rabbi and a soap maker once went for a walk together. The soap maker said to the rabbi, "What good is Judaism? After 1,000 years teaching about goodness, truth, justice, and peace, after all the study you've done with Torah, how is it that there's such a terrible and troubled misery in this world? If Judaism is so wonderful and true, why should all of this be so?" The rabbi said nothing. They continued walking until he noticed a child playing in a gutter. The child was filthy with soot and grime. "Look at that child," the rabbi said. "You say that soap makes people clean, but see the dirt on that youngster? What good is soap? With all the soap in the world, that child is still filthy. I wonder if soap is any good to any of us at all. And with that, the soap maker protested and said, "But Rabbi, soap can't do any good unless it's used." "Exactly," cries the rabbi. "So it is with Judaism. It isn't effective unless it's applied in daily life and used." And that's why we're all here tonight, this Shabbat, to come together in prayer and community to put our beliefs into practice. As one congregation, let us enter into celebrating Shabbat with our diverse and unique personalities and talents. I invite you to rise, introduce yourselves to one another, and let us welcome in Shabbat. You may be seated. I'd like to call up our B'nai Mitzvah families to welcome Shabbat with the kindling of lights and the blessing of Kiddush. The rest of us, as we turn to page 2, we enjoy the smiles on their faces and the warmth in their hearts.
Let's bring that light into our own lives with the bracha together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner, lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
To all who behold them, as these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us, as their brightness remind us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Amen. We continue on page 5 with Kiddush.
ויהי ערב ויהי בוקר, יום השישי. יום השישי, ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם, ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישבות ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות.
And there was evening, and there was morning.
Okay, John, this is great. You're doing great.
The sixth day, the heavens and the earth were finished, and all their array. On the seventh day, God finished the work that God had been doing, and God ceased on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because on it God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done.
Okay. Okay, boys, right here, starting right here. 1, 2, 3. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'metzabanu b'shabbat kodsho be'ahava suson hinchilanu zikaron lemaaseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehila lemikra'e kodesh zecher tzitziat mitzrayim ki banu בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
L'chaim. Delicious. We continue as we return to our prayer books for Shalom Alechem on page 24.
Okay. We have to.
Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem.
continue with the singing of Lachado D as we welcome the Sabbath bride in. We join together. Page 20. like to call up Barb Szymanski, the director of our School for Living Judaism.
Shabbat Shalom. It's so wonderful to see all of you here tonight. We are about to enter into the next section of our prayer service, which begins with the Baruch Hu, which is our call to prayer. Usually we respond to that call as given by our clergy, but tonight we have a real privilege in that we get to respond to the call of our children. So I would like any of our 4th and 5th graders from J-Lab who are here to please join me on the bima. Stand on either side. Do you want the line?
Yeah, let's let them.
Spread out so some of you are on that side.
How about up here? Maybe. Okay,
Don't be in the middle, because we
Okay.
want to see this stuff.
Ready?
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la la
Pretty amazing to see, right? As we prepare for the Shema and Ve'ahavta and bring our B'nai Mitzvah back up, a reading about love. Some say I can fly on the wind, yet I haven't any wings. Some have found me floating on the open sea, yet I cannot swim. Some have felt my warmth on cold nights, yet I have no flame. And though you cannot see me, I lay between lovers at the hearth of fireplaces. I'm the twinkle in your child's eye. I'm the hidden lines on your mother's face. I'm your father's shield as he guards your home. And yet, some say I'm stronger than steel, yet I'm as fragile as a tear. Some have never searched for me, yet I'm around them always. Some say I die with loss, yet I am endless. And though you cannot hear me, I dance on the laughter of children. I'm woven into the whispers of passion. I'm a blessing of grandmothers. I embrace the cries of newborn babies. And yet some say I'm a flower, yet I'm also a seed. Some have little faith in me, yet I'll always believe in them. Some say I cannot cure the ill, yet I nourish the soul. And though you cannot touch me, I am the gentle hand of the kind. I am the fingerprints that caress your cheek at night. I'm the hug of a child. I am love.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד.
Please be seated as we turn to page 36 and continue with the Ve'ahavta.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושינתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Amen. That was beautiful. So we'd like to tell you that you've just completed your bar mitzvahs. Just kidding. You still have tomorrow. I want to give Daniel and Harry and their families a mazel tov, and I know you guys are going to do wonderfully tomorrow, and we look forward to you becoming gentlemen in our congregation. You may be seated. We now continue on page 40 with our 4th and 5th graders, singing Micha Mocha.
Let's start with Yalas together. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai.
job, but what was so wonderful was seeing the kids smile at each other and then watching all the parents felling at what was going on up here. So just wait until their bar and bat mitzvah. That is only a few years away. Yes, Mr. Greenfield threw it out there. We are going to continue on page 42 with the Hashkivenu, and I wanted to take a moment at this point to remind you that Hashkivenu is about shelter. And so many people in our world right now, so many people in the United States, I think specifically of California, are without shelter. And if you're interested in helping those affected by the California wildfires, the clergy team would like you to reach out to the Greater Miami Jewish Federation for information on how you can donate. I pray that all of our shelters, those that are physical, those that are spiritual and emotional, will be held strong as we sing together the words of Hashkivenu. Again, page 42.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, ve'amidenu shoreinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, ve'amidenu shoreinu lechayim. Ushmor Shalom, be'ata be'adom. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, ve'amidenu shoreinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, ve'amidenu shoreinu lechayim.
All my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play one day, one day, one day. Whoa, one day, one day, one day. One day, one day, one day. Oh, one day, one day, one day.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, ve'amidenu Adonai,
Eloheinu leshalom,
ve'amidenu Eloheinu leshalom,
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, ve'amidenu malkeinu lechayim.
Amen. May we all find ourselves in shelter of God's wings. We turn to page 46 as we rise for Hatafillah, for the Amidah. I invite you to pray as if everything depended on God, but act as if everything depended on you.
Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'Konei Hakol, Ve'Zocher Chasdei Avot ve'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava. Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Ata gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol atarav lahoshia. Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem. Mechalkel chayim bechesed. Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim. Somech noflim verofeh cholim. Umatir asurim. Umekayem emunato lishenei afar. Michamocha Baal Gevurot Umidom Melach Melech Memid Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'nemanat Halachayot HaKol Baruch Atah Adonai Mechayeh HaKol Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh U'Kedoshim b'chol yom yahlalucha sela. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
You may be seated, and as we take the next few moments to close our prayer books, but to open our minds and our hearts, I invite you to pray the words only you can speak as we have time for silent meditation.
Next week, we will be together, hopefully, most of us with our family and friends, our loved ones, at the Thanksgiving table, that American holiday where we express gratitude to one another. And also, it reminds us that in our Jewish tradition, our liturgy, our daily liturgy contains prayers for gratitude. Each morning, we're commanded to wake up and say, Moda ani, thank you for another day, for waking up. And the Modim, the Hoda'ah prayer, the prayer of gratitude in our Amidah section, which we just went through now. So let's take this moment to think about all of the gratefulness that we can share for everything that we have in our lives. In your program is our lyrics to a beautiful melody that I introduced at the High Holy Days. Hopefully you can pick up on it and sing with me.
For each day I live, my God, for each day I live, I am grateful, grateful, forever grateful, grateful each day I live. For each day I live, my God, for each day I live, I am grateful, grateful, forever grateful, grateful each day I live. I am gifted by your glory, I am lifted by your love, I am grateful, 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 forever grateful, grateful each day I live. I am gifted by your glory, I am lifted by your love, I am grateful, grateful, every day I live, I am grateful, grateful, every day I live.
With so much gratitude in the room and in our hearts, we turn our thoughts to those who are in need of healing. Ani ma'amin, I believe in a God who created the world, where people care if others are hurting or ill, confused, saddened, mourning, or inconsoled. Ani ma'amin, I believe in a God who encourages us to seek our inner strengths, to accept and adapt to changes, finding comfort in the challenge. Ani ma'amin, I believe in a God who enables us to be healed by the love of family and friends, providing support as we share our burdens, reducing their control of our lives. Ani ma'amin, I believe in a God that is always beside us, encouraging, nurturing, loving, guiding us to seek our own peace in a compassionate community. As we move into the Misha Berach, a prayer for healing and wholeness, let us collectively share the names of those for whom we hold in our hearts and prayer at this time. As my hand passes where you are standing in a moment, if you can say the name of your loved one out loud, we will in a moment again add the names of our congregation who's in need of healing as well. Thank you. Barbara. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Hannah. Gail. Thank you. Thank you, Max. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And we add those names to the names of those in our congregation who are in need of healing. Gail Ossip, George Lublin, Moshe Ben Cyril Balayu Veruvain, Lenny Hecht, Bill Meadow, David Siegel, Judith Ryder Cornelison, Muriel Dubrow, Martha Leva, Marilyn Sheffman, Randy Aronson, Shirley Aronson, Roberta Ty, Vicki Engelman, Sherry Werbin, Richie Harris, Chanasara Bat David, Chavalea Bat Hadassah, Bill Jean Smith, Linda Lee, Rachel Bat Miriam Mordechai, Ravi Patel, Harriet Pearson, Joe Meltzer, Mark Revo, Jennifer Sargent, Sidney Traum, Marty Baranek, Chaim Moshe Ben Root, Avram Ben Chana Shmuel, and we think of those who were injured in the Tree of Life shooting, John Person, Michael Smigda, Tyler Paschal, Dan Mead, Tim Matson, Anthony Burke, Andrea Wedner, and Daniel Langer. We also continue to pray on behalf of the American and Israeli soldiers who are missing in action, being held captive, or who are in need of physical and emotional healing. With all of those names just spoken and all the names in our hearts, we turn to page 253 as we sing the blessing of Misha Berach.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before
This morning, I had a special visit to the ocean for a mikvah, and it was one of many special moments at the ocean with Sophia Bruck. First, Sophia and Darren's wedding, and then the conversion of their 3 daughters. And now it's Sophia's turn, so I'm going to call her up. And this was a wonderful mikvah, not just because we got to see the sunrise, but because we actually made 2 Jews today in the form of one body. So it was very special. For me, also, I just wanted to say that not only is this very special because of the way I've known you for the years I've known you and the deep spirit you have inside of you, this is also the first conversion we've had in our congregation since the massacre at Pittsburgh. And I want to say how powerful it is to affirm your Jewish identity at this moment in our lives. And so I welcome you here and pray, oh God, grant your loving favor to Sophia, as in this holy place we welcome her into Jewish life. Knowing well the history of our martyrdom in years past, Sophia has chosen to join herself to our people's faith. We open our hearts to her, strengthen her in her resolve. Help her to live in fidelity to the decision she has made and to the promise she is about to utter. May she always find satisfaction and joy in the fulfillment of your sacred mitzvot. Grant her many years of strength and happiness as a worthy member of our congregation. We praise you, O God, in whose presence is the fullness of joy. And now, Sophia, I'm going to ask you 6 questions, and the answer to all of them is yes. Do you choose to enter the eternal covenant between God and the people Israel and to become a Jew of your own free will?
Yes.
Do you accept Judaism to the exclusion of all other religious faiths?
Yes.
Do you pledge your loyalty to Judaism and to the Jewish people under all circumstances?
Yes.
Do you promise to establish, I know you already have, a Jewish home and to participate actively in the life of the synagogue and of the Jewish community?
Yes.
Do you commit yourself to the pursuit of Torah and Jewish knowledge?
Yes.
If you should be blessed with more children,
No. Thank you.
do you promise to raise them as Jews?
Yes.
Beautiful. And now Sophia has chosen to read this really beautiful poem by Edmund Flegg about why she's choosing to be Jewish.
I am a Jew because my faith demands of me no abdication of the mind. I am a Jew because my faith requires of me all of the devotion of my heart. I am a Jew because in every place where suffering weeps, I weep. I am a Jew because at every time where despair cries out, I hope. I am a Jew because the word of the people of Israel is the oldest and the newest. I am a Jew because the promise of Israel is the universal promise. I am a Jew because for Israel the world is not completed, we are completing it. I am a Jew because for Israel humanity is not created, we are creating it. I am a Jew because Israel places humanity and its unity above the nations and above Israel itself. I am a Jew because above humanity, image of the divine unity, Israel places the unity which is divine.
Beautiful. And now I'm going to ask you to share with the congregation, you can come over here so you can put your book, some thoughts and reflections as you arrive at this moment in your life.
Thank you. For many years, people always asked me if I was Jewish when it would come up with wherever, and my answer was always, well, I'm Jew-ish. I'd go explain that I didn't convert, but my husband and I have a Jewish home, and so forth and so forth. We're raising our daughters Jewish. They had baby namings and mikvahs, and when I was pregnant with our first, this is my fourth. When I was pregnant with my first, it was very important to Darren, my husband, to raise the children Jewish. So we enrolled in the Judaism classes together, and I learned all about it, and I was very happy in my non-religion. I'm very spiritual. I have a very close relationship with God, and I pray a lot, and I believe in gratitude. So I thought, okay, Judaism's nice. I learned about it. I thought, this is very nice. I'm happy to raise my kids with this foundation. And for 8 years, we have. The same waters where all my daughters had their mikvahs, on the same sand in front of those waters, Rabbi Pomerantz married us. And today I went into those waters, the coldest day of the year so far. It was amazing. And afterwards, we did the Shekianu prayer, and Rabbi Pomerantz said, well, Mommy's Jewish now. And Viola, my 7-year-old, said, Mommy, all this time you've been pretending to be Jewish? I'd never lied to her, but I guess, I said, well, we have a Jewish home. We've been, I've not been pretending, but we're just making it official. So I'm pregnant for the 4th and last time. Our first boy. So just felt like it was time to seal what we've been creating for 8 years. Viola's almost 8. I want to thank my parents for giving me a very strong spiritual foundation. Thank you. Patty for her unconditional support. My in-laws who aren't here, but they're in New York, who have always accepted me and loved me because I am. My children, my children for being my greatest teachers. Continue to be my greatest teachers. Michelle and Mia, thank you for your support during this process and guidance. Esty, my first Jewish friend, 25 years ago, took me to my first Seder and in New York in our apartment when we lived together. Those wild and free days. And who's invited me to all our, I've been Jewish with her for the past 8 years, really. And Rabbi Pomerantz, who has guided me and accepted me and never judged me and allowed me to wrestle with God for many years to get here. And I've never had that kind of relationship with a clergy member where I can really be honest and accepted, and it's very powerful, and it got me here. So thank you. And of course, my husband, Darren. His love and patience in this journey never pressured me, allowed me to arrive here on my own. Thank you.
And now I'm going to invite up Darren, Cora, Ruby, and Viola to come join Mom at the Ark. And we're going to open the Ark and place the Torah in Sophia's arms. So I'll invite the congregation to please rise. You stand before the open ark and before the commanding presence of the Torah in your arms, the Jewish people's most cherished treasure. It has led us on the way and guided us. Since the time we have received it at Sinai. Now I've placed the Torah in your arms, and I'm going to invite you to say the very first prayer that our children learn when they grow up to learn Judaism. So it's the words of the Shema, just those 6 words.
Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Beautiful. And now we have the privilege of blessing you with your new name, your Hebrew name. You are known by the name Sophia, which means that you are always linked in love to those who gave you life, your parents. And from this time forth, you shall also be known in the house of Israel as Ariella, bat Avraham v'Sarah. And Ariella means lioness of God. And you are a fierce, devoted, loyal, and passionate person. It's a perfect name that you've chosen. You are a Lion of Judah. May this name bring respect to you and honor to the Jewish people. We rejoice to welcome into our midst one who willingly and devotedly helps to replenish the ranks of our people. And now I'm going to bless you in the words of the ancients and invite my colleagues up to help bless you. It's a big family blessing. You ready?
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'kuneka.
May the light of God's face shine on you and shine through you and be gracious to you.
Yisar Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May God's presence always be with you and grant you lots of strength which you need and courage. And may God bless you with shalom, with wholeness and peace to you and to your entire family. And let us all say, Amen.
Simen tova, mazel tova, simen tova, mazel tova, simen tova, mazel tova, simen tova, yehelanu. Simen tova, mazel tova, simen tova, mazel tova, simen tova, mazel tova, simen tova, yehelanu.
Moment of rejoicing, not only for the Brucks, but for our entire congregation. You're all standing already. So we're just going to put our arms around each other and thank God for all of us reaching this moment. But as we do, I'm going to invite the two B'nai Mitzvah families to please join us on the bima. And we're going to thank God for this moment with Shehechianu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
And as our families open the ark, I invite up any children who want to join them up here. Please come on up. We're going to turn to page 282, and we remain standing for the Aleinu.
From the left, yep. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, la'ten gedula le'otzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoyeh ha'aratzot, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש Baruch Hu v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech ala kol haaretz v'yom hahu yeh Adonai echad. Thank you. U'shemo
That was a lot of joy. So last night we had a very special ceremony here at Temple Beth Shalom. We had a dedication of a new sculpture, which is on the doorpost of our house, so to speak. It is in the portico, and it is in the shape like a mezuzah. It is a sign of welcome to our community, and it is called Haminyan, the Minyan, because it represents a community of people that have come together as we do every time we are here at Temple Beth Shalom. It was dedicated through the generosity of a new-ish temple member, Edie LaCour, who I'm going to invite up. Come on up. And she dedicated this sculpture, along with a very generous gift to the congregation, in memory of her parents, Peggy and Michael Treadler, who were both survivors of the Holocaust. And so we've asked Edie to speak here before Kaddish to share a little bit about her family's history and the meaning behind the sculpture.
Good evening and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so much, Rabbi Pomerantz, for inviting me this evening to share with everyone here a moment of very deep personal meaning for me and for my beloved parents. In working with the temple, in honoring them through the installation and the depiction of Haminyan, which now graces the entrance to Temple Beth Shalom, as the rabbi just shared with you. I want to share with all my heart how deeply blessed I feel to have this remarkable opportunity to pay tribute to my amazing parents, Peggy and Michael Treadler, in celebrating triumph over adversity. The Minyan sculpture is the culmination of a very long journey that began about 2 years ago with my strong desire to refocus and to reconnect with my spirituality and my Jewish roots. After a long search, I found my spiritual home here at Temple Beth Shalom. The first time I met Faustino, who is the world-renowned artist who is the mastermind actually behind this amazing sculpture, he and I shook hands, and I vividly recall feeling the calluses that were on his. That, for me, spoke volumes, as does Haminyan today. His very modest demeanor didn't for a moment diminish his strong opinion and his own interpretation of our theme of what we believe to be triumph over tyranny. And though we envisioned a wall depiction, he took us outside the gates to the curbside, and he blew us away with his own vision of what our intended message meant to him. Oddly, as Jews, we were all without words. Haminyan has truly been a labor of love for everyone involved. Faustino brought it to life from paper sketches in Miami to foundries in Spain. It has since traveled thousands of miles, and much like myself, is also now home. And its message can now be shared with all of us here tonight, as well as others for generations to come. As Stephen Pardo recently shared with me, the Legacy Endowment Campaign is indeed vital in providing a safety net for those future generations. Please know that my support of the temple is based upon my personal philosophy of giving, which is that philanthropy both joins us together and it elevates us to the highest level of humanity. This is the philosophy I learned through the example of my wonderful parents, who provided me with a solid foundation of support and gave me the confidence to know that I could be successful in whatever I took on. Tonight's honor goes to my parents, who inspired me to give of myself and taught me to pursue my dreams. Haminyan now stands to honor and bless not only my beloved parents, but also in honoring all Holocaust survivors for their inner strength and their power to have risen above fear and to have demonstrated amazing courage to survive alone and then create and build loving and productive lives just as my parents did. My mother was not just a survivor, but she was an achiever and a brilliant woman. She became a talented artist, and in 2007 wrote a book entitled Peggy Treadler, Lives Worth Living. And my handsome and unforgettable dad, Michael, is best described in her book. You would read that if ever you were looking for him at a bar mitzvah or a wedding or any event, you would only need to look for the largest gathering of people having fun, and you'd find him right in the middle, telling stories and jokes and making everybody smile. He was such a great dad. Even on those rare but special occasions when he sat with me, just the two of us, to share stories of the Holocaust, he did so as Benigni portrayed in the movie A Beautiful Life, in similarly trying to protect me from the torment of his own very real nightmare. He was a talented violinist and pianist and played for the Nazis to spare his own life. And I later came to understand that while he wanted me, as a young child, to remember only the music, he at the same time was so remarkably and so stoically able to conceal me from the pain of his unspeakable suffering in the camps. I so often wish I had just one more moment with him. My parents worked very hard and blessed both my sister and me with an amazing life. And despite the atrocities and the horrifying personal challenges they endured, my parents always stood strongly in their faith and taught me to do the same. When I think of courage, I think of my beloved parents. If there is one thing that Jewish people have contributed to, it's history and the importance of remembering it. And so tonight, Hamanyon embodies the importance of remembering, to remind others for generations to come that in times of challenge, they too might call upon its inner wisdom and the message it personifies of tyranny to triumph. Thank you all once again for this opportunity to share this special honor in remembrance of my beloved parents. Shabbat Shalom.
Beautiful. Thank you. I want to thank Edie, especially for your composure in the delivery with this chapel just teeming with life here tonight, which is so wonderful. And it is really the way we perpetuate legacy. Just as Edie was speaking about her parents, it is in telling stories about our loved ones, in remembering them and honoring their memory in the way you've so beautifully done with your parents. And so this is our moment when we think about all of those who have helped to shape us into the people who we are and who we carry with us every day. As a congregation, we remember those who are in the 30 days of mourning, in the Shloshim of their mourning. We remember Estelle Haber, Herbert Leon Gottman, Annette Pasternak, Audrey Kuznitsky, and Irene Parrotsy. We're also recalling at this time the Tree of Life victims. And we are recalling not only the Tree of Life victims, but also those victims of gun violence in Thousand Oaks. And we are including all these names in our Shloshim as a message to us about how many lives are destroyed through senseless gun violence. So first we remember the Tree of Life victims, Joyce Feinberg, Richard Gottfried, Rose Mallinger, Melvin Max, Jerry Rabinowitz, Cecil Rosenthal, David Rosenthal, Bernice Simon, Sylvan Simon, Daniel Stein, and Irving Younger. And the victims of the massacre at the bar in Thousand Oaks, Sean Adler, Cody Kaufman, Blank Dingman, Jake Dunham, Ron Helis, Elena Housley, Dan Manrique, Justin Meek, Marky Meza, Christina Morissette, Telemachus Arfanos, and Noel Sparks. We also think about all of those who have died in recent days in the fires, both in Northern California and Southern California. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be a blessing to those who knew them and loved them. And we recall all those whose yard sites are observed on this Shabbat, whose names have lovingly been inscribed in our alcove of remembrance. We think about Lee Abramson, Mildred Arkin, Samuel Basker, Jacob Benkowitz, Fanny Korn Birkin, Eleanor Ellie Crystal, Rose Dolberg, Max Iman, Sylvia First, Harry Gastworth, Alvin Goldberg, Francine Harold, Fanny Farber Kessler, Lena Kipnis, Samuel David Kleiner, Morris Knoll, Lillian Holtz Knoll, Pecha Maria Kroner, Al Levitt, Louis Miller, Sadie Osikow, Louis Platt, Robert Podvin, Esther Presser, Jordan Alexander Ressler, Selma Rice, Fred Rosenblum, Francis Rosenzweig, Julius Jack Shapiro, Sheba Silverstein, Carl Suskind, Betty Turkel, Richard Vinnick, Edwin Weinberg, Solomon Hart Yampolsky, and Jeanette Zimmerman. We also recall Peggy and Michael Treadler, in whose honor the Minion sculpture was dedicated. We think about all those other yard sites that are observed on this Shabbat: Stanford Blum, Benjamin Bortz, Leonard Bram, Raul Ciceres, Bernard Edelstein, Rose Frankel, Samuel Frankel, Gloria Lefton Fried, Max Ginsberg, Morris Haberman, Richard Israel, Leo Jacobson, Erwin Jacobson, Pearl Jaffe, Esther Sherman Kapp, Lillian Livovich, Sue Morrison, Arthur Moses, Al Ostrov, Bella Peirce, Eli Reiter, David Rosenstein, I. David Samuels, Joel Schaefer, Jack Silverman, Melvin Silvers, Sylvia Steele, Louis Swerdlow, Mayor Trucker, Gerald Warren, Ruth Wine, Rinna Weiss, Dorothy Young, and Herbert Udy. If there are any members of our congregation who are here tonight observing a yard site or in a period of mourning whose name I did not recite, I invite you to please rise at this time so you can share that name with our congregation. Thank you. I invite the whole congregation to please rise as we turn to page 294. And we think at this time of all those victims of the Holocaust who did not live to tell their story. We recall the thousands of Israeli soldiers who died so that we might have a Jewish homeland, and as well our American soldiers who died defending our liberties. We take all of them into our hearts with our own, as together we praise God with these words. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach yiruteh v'yamlik malchuteh, v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayeh d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'agala v'yizman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam l'olmei almaya, yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, V'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei d'kudusha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, damiran be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru amen. Osei shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, V'yimru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel and all people everywhere. And let us say, amen. You may be seated. I'm going to call up Barbara Gelber, a member of our board, to share a few announcements and some welcoming. Thanks, Barbara.
Shabbat Shalom. What a lovely service tonight, especially with those 4th and 5th graders serenading us so charmingly. Tomorrow's a big day for these two families, so mazel tov to Todd and Alice. And Harry's Mikra service, is that right? Yeah, what time do you want your guests to show up? 4:15, okay. Green family, mazel tov to you and to Daniel. What time would you like your guests to show up? 9:45, maybe, is that okay? I think that works, okay. Mazel tov, it's gonna be a great day for you both. Special mazel tov to Sophia and her family. I think the entire congregation here tonight was very moved and inspired by your comments, and good luck in the next 2 weeks. Edie, where is Edie? Edie, that was such a pleasure and an honor for us all to hear about your folks and this beautiful and important sculpture that you have created for us, really. And it was just a true L'Adore V'Adore moment. So thank you so much for that from all of us. Going forward, we're heading into Thanksgiving, so we have a movie a week from Monday. That you can see more about this. It's Elegy, and it's next Monday. And there's also a Shabbatica on December 7th. That's Friday night, and that's going to be a real jam, I hear, right? And anything else, it's all in here. So I want to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving and a peaceful Shabbat. Good night.
Oy vey, Shabbat Shalom. Just a couple of comments. We are together as a community, and it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Individually, we all have our own journeys that we're on, those things that are important to us in our life, those moments, those difficulties that we're all experiencing. But I love coming to Temple. I love to see the youth here together tonight, the 4th and 5th graders. I love seeing another person so willfully and so joyfully join our people. That's an amazing thing. To hear the journey of Edie's parents and to see the way that she's embraced that legacy is so powerful. To B'nai Mitzvah, what a wonderful, wonderful, amazing thing. We're so incredibly blessed. I just want to share one little song with you before we invite the 4th and 5th graders up. Dr. Francine Harold, who was the director of our foundation school, whose Yortzeit is tonight, whenever she would gather with the kids, she would sing this song. Gosh, I hope I remember it. I open my eyes, I look to the sky, I thank God for giving the life I am living. Modeh Ani. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. I hope all of you are grateful and thankful. We have a world that needs a lot more gratitude. Let's celebrate that gratitude, and let's invite our 4th and 5th graders up here. Let's all stand up. We're going to sing Oseh Shalom together and count our blessings, and let's bring shalom, let's bring peace and wholeness into our world, and we're going to do that by singing together with our 4th and 5th graders.
Oseh Shalom Bimromav, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Ve'imru, Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimromav, Hu Yaseh Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, Amen.
Everybody, Shabbat Shalom. You guys were.
Have you not been watching the